Mickey made it. Mickey made what you made, Mickey.
Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law.
Good afternoon, good evening, good vibes, good energy, good people. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Also, if you want to support my brand, it's inspired by dreams.shop, and that's dreams with 3 Z's at the end. And I'm a, small brand, small company, just trying to build with my community. Okay, today is the 4th episode. This is the 4th episode of Redesign Your Mindset. And for those who don't know or just watching, this is a separate playlist I make from my lives that I touch on certain specific points that I just want to bring to you and just highlight them so you can have better understanding of what I'm saying.
It's genius.
So today's episode, episode 4, installment 4, however you want to call it, it's on reflections. Okay, now when I say reflections, what I mean by reflections, we are all people, we are all reflections of the things we do, the things we love, the things we see, our environment, the things we encounter every day or on a day-to-day just basis, we are reflections of. And people don't understand that in these times. And knowing your reflection is knowing yourself. For example, nowadays, your environment carves the way you think. The way you look at things, the way you intake things, and the way you understand things. And it's a reflection of you. So you take a piece of that wherever you go. So it can be a problem needs to be solved, and you solve it the way that you think and the way you see it. But when you start to understand, sometimes your reflection is not the best picture of yourself. You start to understand how to control it and just what to look for and what to stay away from. So today we're talking about reflections and just digging deep into it about how it affects people, the youth on social media. And I just wanted to bring this up to you guys just to open your mind up to something a little bit different and just a different way of looking at things. Okay, the first reflection, how social media perceives what is success or a normal life. Now on social media, you see a lot of people just, showing their best self or just showing the things that they really cherish and they love, but they're never showing the points where it took them to get there or just the mishaps, the mistakes. You never really get to see that. So it's a perfect picture being painted. And the reflection of that is the people looking towards that, they get a reflection of everything is perfect. They don't know what it takes to reach those type of spaces and those type of heights because all they can see is just the reflection. For example, in these times when it comes to hip hop and when it comes to artists, passing away, in my time, not a lot of artists was just passing away on the daily, weekly, and it didn't really happen as much. But in these times, it seems like the music conducts the crime and they go hand in hand. So the reflection of that is the music is the reflection of the people, and the people is the reflection of the music as well as social media. Now that looks bad because when it comes down to crime and it comes down to things like, people hurting people, where you come from, your environment, you don't want to put yourself out and people can just know who you are because of your environment or the struggles you've been through. You want to be a reflection of what you see and what you dream and the things that you want to become. You want people to look at you and see where you're going, not seeing where you're coming from. Because when people see where you're coming from, it's, sometimes your struggle could be the best thing that happened to your story, and sometimes it can be the worst thing that happened to your story. It's hard to explain, but it's just something you have to understand. Your story is being written as you're living. Some people try to tell their story and it feels like it's at an ending point. It's like, no, you're just beginning. You're taking the steps it takes to understanding how life works. And just like the election, not to bring up the election or put politics in this, but it just shows you the reflection of the election is a reflection of entertainment and social media. It was all added in once. And that's where information was, it was drawn from. And sometimes you can see the hurt in people, and people would rather take a chance, just being used to the struggle that they're in instead of jumping in something new and not knowing what struggle is ahead to come. So that's just a reflection of how they're taking and absorbing what they see on social media. And that's one of the things that can definitely throw you off when it comes to your thinking and when it comes to you just trying to solve problems. You don't want to be a reflection of the things that hurt you. You want to be a reflection of the things that you know, you value, and you can stand behind. Those are the things that it's going to make you who you are. Okay, another reflection. When it comes down to being an entrepreneur and just doing the things you love and making a profit from it, in these times of social media, it makes everything look like it's just a hustle and it's not really the thing that people love. So you have to find the things that's dear to you and protect it and find value in it. So the reflection of what you love should be how you live your life and add it into your lifestyle. Instead of adding all these things that's negative to your lifestyle, try to add the things that you love and the things that can be a reflection of yourself. For example, if you're doing fashion, make sure, even though all these big brands and things like that, yeah, they're going to have the most marketing, and most of the times they steal a lot of the designs, and a lot of times, people try to duplicate, but you are a reflection of your brand. So you as the designer, you have to get yourself out there as myself, whether it be on social media, and open people up to who you really are and why you do the things you do. And that will be a reflection of your brand. So when they wear your material, when they wear your fashion, they'll have better understanding that I'm wearing this from somebody that's trying to live this out and trying to do this for a lifetime. 9 out of 10 times you see a lot of people, their reflection of the brand, you can't, you're diving into your brand, but you're wearing other brands out there. And if you really know anything about ownership, that's not one thing you really want to do. It's not really a competition thing, but it's just a respect of, if you feel comfortable in wearing it, then you see other people, they feel the love that you're wearing it and they want to wear it too. But if you're wearing some other brand and you're just selling your brand, it looks like you don't really have the passion or in your brain. It just looks like you want to make money. So you have to be a reflection of all the things you do. And in today's society, every little bit counts. Especially when people, sometimes people take money over, people, and they take money over everything. But that's not the way to live. The way to live is just having a sharp mental, knowing the things you love, and just keep being a reflection of the things you love. And sooner or later, you'll see more people, they'll be attracted to the things you love too, and the people that see similar likes, like the things that you like, that's when your tribe will form. I never push to get people just to subscribe. No, I want people to really want to understand and try to get to know me so they can maybe take things with them that can help them out in their everyday lives. And now we'll be a reflection of each other because we learn from each other. That's how the human race, that's how we can thrive, and we can strive and go further than what we think, because the more we let these things like ChatGPT, and I'm not knocking all these AI things, because they are helpful in many areas and they solve a lot of problems way quicker. But the more we do the things that we need to just sharpen ourselves and we let it do it for us, the more we lose the sense of who we are. So don't let things develop things for you. You want to be a reflection of whatever you do. However you go out there in life, you're a reflection of it. So you have to hold your value in that. Don't be a reflection of somebody else, or trying to be like somebody else, or trying to talk like somebody else, or just trying to, just do the most. Just try to be yourself. And then people will dig that. People will see you for that, and people will have more understanding in who you are. That's a real reflection. Now, another thing when it comes down to reflections and it comes down to the job, just job placements and jobs that, maybe your heart might not be in it, but it might be a job that it covers, you're trying to get it to cover for your family and just do things on the side it can just cover for. You're a reflection of your job. So if you don't like the place where you have to wake up early in the morning and go and try to work your hardest, you're going to be a reflection of that. Your attitude, the way you dress, the way you approach people, socialize. If you don't love waking up in the morning and loving what you're doing, and especially when you're not getting compensated for it, what makes you think that's going to make you a better person? That's just for us, want to go into the next thing or trying to take your leap to get out of that place. It's going to suck all the strength you have out of you. So you want to be a reflection of the things you love. That's when I tell you, it's not the easiest thing to just say, you know what, I'm going to quit my job and just dive into the things that I love when you have family and bills to pay. But little by little, you have to, carve out some time to try to figure it all out and just, set aside some time where you can build on something and work on something. Because we all have time, we just don't know how to organize it, because our life has been so structured around social media and things move so fast, and we think that life is at the quickest, but we can slow down and make this thing work. Remember, your journey, the whole reflection thing, I seen it in my head, I seen walking a journey, dark, and at the end you see a little bit of light. But with that light comes a reflection. And that's how I came up with this whole concept of, just being a reflection, and how you are a reflection even when you think you're not, of your environment. If you're not having, if you woke up on, when they say you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you have a bad day, it's kind of like that. You're a reflection of your energy and who you are as a person. So the more you strive, and even if you're going through, you don't have to be the most happiest person to just, make somebody else or people around you feel comfortable with being around you. You want your energy, even if it's not all the way up. Nobody is always happy, or nobody is always sad, but you want to be able to balance it and have some kind of a meter and a cutoff switch to all the things that, trigger you, and the things that might cut your energy lower than you need it to be. So always be a reflection of your energy. So when people see you, you're very greeting. And this is things that makes real businesses thrive, especially when you're a small business like myself and you're just trying to build. You're trying to go up the ladder, and there's people trying to pull you down. But it's when you have that ambition, and you just have like that it's more than just the money when it comes down to just having the message behind the things you do. And I just want people to know that, as a person that's just like, I don't want to call myself a social worker, or, I usually sometimes I say poet because I write a lot, but I do so many things that just makes me who I am. So what I really like to tell people is, just the things that surround you and make that, like, that little bubble around you, the things that make you who you are, those are the things that you have to find and know which ones you do share with people and the ones you keep personal and dear to your heart. And these are the things that I'm trying to build with people and make my channel more of a big connection, a place where we can chop it up and have these conversations. But there's so many things going on in social media. Sometimes you got to mix and blend things in there just to grab the ears and eyes of people and let them know who you are. And, you have something to say too, regardless if it's a small channel. I'm getting a lot of love. Thank you so much to all my supporters that support the channel, because I try to do the best I can do, because in these times we all need a little bit of help. Like I always tell you, some people act like they don't need it, but I'm telling you I need it. Even a little super chat here and there, a little sticker here and there, all these things, it helps people out. It's all good. It all equals up to good energy and people wanting to see you do better than when you started. So we're on this ladder climbing up, and then as the further we go climbing up, we're on our way to 2,000 subs. The further we go up, the more I want to enlighten you guys, and just the things that I learn and the hurdles that I get over. I want to tell people about it, and I want to tell people the mistakes I made and the reason why I have that. You have a strong and sharp mind at this point because of the things I experienced, and I have tons of stories and stuff for you guys to enjoy. But I just wanted to bring this whole reflection and this idea in my head, and I hopefully you guys can take that and you make you can add on to that. I always tell my supporters, add on to it, build a conversation, add it into the comments. Say, what you were saying about the reflections and this and that. I don't mind chopping it up with you guys. My morning shows are Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 a.m. on YouTube live stream. That's where you can find me, and we can always make a great conversation and try to get to the bottom of things. And the temperature right now, the election's over, we have a new president, and we just have to know how to control ourselves, our energy, and keep the love around us. And even if we don't have people around us, we'll still have that love around us to protect us from all the evil and all the bad spirits out there. All right, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and share this video and let people know reflections and what's your reflection and what's your energy. And let me know if you enjoyed the video. And I love you guys, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. There's not a lot of channels just giving up good energy and mix and matching it with all this rest of the stuff going on in this crazy world. But your boy Mickey made it. I got you. Love you guys, and leave your comment down below. Tell me what you think, and if you want me to touch on any topics, I'll do that too. Okay, until next time, it's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe,